Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. We are just talking about course number M203, which is meant for particularly for the engineering students and very much useful for the mechanical and the electrical engineering students. Although these this course is taken by the other students also, but it is particularly important for the mechanical and the electrical engineering students. This course is a very nice course. Its topic is differential and integral calculus, and this is a very systematic course, and we follow the textbook as the textbook by calculus by Sokowski, Olinik and Pence, and the same textbook we follow for 106 and 107, and we continue for the 203. The course content, this course is in fact very systematic and very useful for the students with the knowledge point of view and with the scoring point of view, because we have only three main topics and three chapters. Chapter number 8 of the book, which is sequences and the series, and in chapter number 8 we have 8.1 to 8.8, 8 sections. Then we have the chapter number 13, where we have 13.1 to 13.8, 8 sections, and in this chapter we have the multiple integrals, and in multiple integrals we do the double integrals and the triple integrals. In double integral we do the area and the volume by using the xy coordinates and the polar coordinates. In triple integrals we do the area, volume, and we have the four, 5 major problems we do after we do the area and the volume. In the triple integral we do the major problems like finding the area, finding the volume, then we find the center of the mass, the first moment we use it to find the center of the mass, then we find the moment of inertia, and moment of inertia usually we call as the second moment or the moment of inertia. So these are the major things we do in chapter number 2. In chapter number 3 we have is a vector calculus, and in the vector calculus we have three major results, or three major, there are many results but three are the named theorems. One theorem we call as the Green's theorem. The other one is the divergence theorem, which is supposed to be the most important theorem of integral the vector calculus, and the Stokes theorem. These have very important significance for the engineering students, and in this Green's theorem we find we show that how mathematics is connected from the day one, the school days mathematics, to the university level mathematics, that at this stage, after so many courses you have read in the students read in preparatory course differential calculus, here 106 the integral calculus, 107 there is another course which has two parts. One small part is the linear algebra and the other part is the calculus part, and then 203 you study here, and you see that how this is connected. Suppose you have to find the area of a circle, you find the area of the circle at the school level, and you apply here the Green's theorem and you find the area of the circle, and the result naturally will be the same. So that shows how mathematics is connected with each other. Okay, so this is about the course content. Mass distribution, we have 2 quizzes and 1 term exam these days. So we ask the quizzes and the term exam from chapter number 8 and chapter number 13. Chapter number 8 means sequences and series, and the multiple integrals. So we don't ask anything in the term exam or in the quizzes from chapter number 14, that is a vector calculus, right? So what we do in the term exam, we have 10 marks for the quiz, 10 marks for the another quiz, 2 quizzes are there, and this is 30 marks for the term exam, 50 and 10 marks for the MOED. for the tutorial teacher, and 40 marks for the final examination. So in the final examination we have the distribution of marks, that from chapter number 8 we have 12 marks, chapter number 13 12 marks, because we have already asked in the term exams, and 16 marks for the final exams. No, 16 marks for chapter number 14 in the final examination. So a little more weightage is given to chapter number 14, because we ask only in the final exam. This is the distribution of marks. Actually, when I teach, I ask the students that I will give my best, but you have to give your best, and for this I have few suggestions for them. One thing is that you should be regular in the class, and you should be sincere and serious in the class. You don't have to use the mobile phone. You have to concentrate and look towards the teacher and the board. And what you do, we have the textbook as well as we have the lecture note. Before coming to the class, when you go to you attend the class and the teacher tells you that what is our next topic. So before coming to the class, if you read it 10-15 minutes or half an hour, you will understand the topic, maybe 10%, 20%, 30%, depending on the nature of the topic. And once you study yourself, understand for 10-15% before coming to the class. If your habit is of reading late in the night, you study late in the night or early in the morning after the Fajr prayer. And in this 10-20, maybe you understand 10, 20 or 30%. And when the teacher explains in the class, you will understand 100%. But if you come completely blank, it may not, sometimes may not be possible to understand 100%. So if you want to score good marks, because for the students, two things are very important: to score good marks as well as to understand the subject, right? And for the teacher, the important thing is to finish the course, but to deliver the course also, that to make the students understand. And usually as a teacher, when I teach any course, I always keep myself in the place of the students, that when I was a student, what difficulty I had to face, and that I always keep it in mind, and I realize what the students they do face. So I always try to be at the place of the students to make them feel convenient and comfortable. This is my advice to the students.